everybody.
And welcome
to Atheist Sunday School.
Starring
Me.
And me. And Pyst Geologist.
And Pyst Geologist. Yes, yeah, he's one
Hello.
of our patrons. And as a patron of $50 or more a month, you get to come on one of our shows.
Every month.
On one of our streams.
And big thanks to you, man, for the big donation.
Big thanks.
Yeah.
So we're ready to go over the Bible if you are.
Yeah. Do you have your Bible, Pyst?
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay. That's good.
All right, then we're all ready to begin.
Few things first, though. Pyst, why don't you tell the crowd a little bit about yourself?
How long is this show? I tend to be long-winded.
Oh, it's about an hour, but we don't really say
Chris
when
is
we
long-winded too.
Yeah, I'll go on about
We're all
nonsense.
long-winded.
I think so.
Well, I have a degree in geology, and I used to be a DJ. One of the bouncers at the club that I DJ'd at noticed that I was really, really upset all the time, so he called me Pyst, hence the name Pyst Geologist. And I fell out of theistic belief about 5 years ago now, I think. So, yeah.
Good for you. Good for you. Well, we're glad to have you on. Yeah.
So when you were DJing, you were doing what, house, trance?
I would love to say that it was awesome like that, but no, I pressed play on various CDs, but it was at a strip club, so I do have that.
Okay, so you got something going for you in DJ land.
Yeah.
So what made you lose your faith initially? It's always an interesting thing to ask.
Well, I went to college originally in 1996, went back in about 2000s. I don't know. I'm old as fuck. Anyway, when I went back and got into geology is when I started to really question things, going through the scientific method and applying that to other things rather than, just what I was studying.
Yeah.
So it was really science that brought me out of it.
Yeah, that's good. That's probably one of the healthier ways, I think.
Yeah, science has that effect on people.
Plus, you never had to deal with being an angsty atheist teenager.
Yes.
Yeah, like we did.
We had to deal with that. So.
I had to deal with them.
Yes, I'm sure.
But I was
I'm sure there's still a problem either on the receiving end or the participating.
So how serious were you?
It's annoying from every angle.
Yeah. They're just annoying from every angle.
So how serious were you in religion before you became were you the captain of your creationist club in high school, or
No, I was kind of straight edge. Cheers. But let's see. No, I was never really into it. And when I went in, I always thought that there was something wrong with me, though.
Well,
so.
No, you just probably had too many questions they didn't want to answer with, they didn't want to have to make things up or whatever.
I was so sheepish that I didn't even ever answer or ask the questions.
Oh. So you had the questions, but you were like, I don't want to, that might be inappropriate.
Let's not stir
the pot, yeah.
Yeah, let's put it this way. The first time that I read Christopher Hitchens, I was just absolutely floored.
Well, he has that effect on people.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're in Genesis today.
Still.
We've got all our different Bibles. I feel like the Planeteers here.
And we have our Oxford Companion to the Bible, in case we have no idea what's going on.
And we're starting today with chapter 31 of Genesis. We just left off with Jacob leaving Laban's place with his 2 daughters as his wives, and also taking all of his livestock through rhetoric. He uses tricky rhetoric and then implements genetic engineering, basically, to make sure that only these things are born.
He does not want any misshapen sheep or sheep with spots on him or any brown sheep. He really goes into depth on what kind of sheep he wants.
He specifically
He gives
requested-
them away to certain people though, right? He gives the sheep he doesn't want away, right?
Yeah, I guess. So
Anyways.
he really screwed himself.
Maybe.
But we're in chapter 31 now. And he heard the words of Laban's sons, saying, Jacob hath taken away all that was our father's, and of that which was our father's hath he gotten all this glory. And Jacob beheld the countenance of Laban, and behold, it was not toward him as before. So he just pissed them all off by doing it. That's great. And the Lord said unto Jacob, Return unto the land of thy fathers, and to thy kindred, and I will be with thee. And Jacob sent and called Rachel and Leah to the field unto his flock, and said unto them, I see your father's countenance, that it is not toward me as before, but the God of my father hath been with me. And ye know that with all my power I have served your father, and your father hath deceived me, and changed my wages 10 times, but God suffered him not to hurt me. And if he said thus, the speckled shall be thy wages, then all the cattle bear speckled. And if he said thus, the ring-streaked shall be thy wages, then all the cattle ring-streaked. So he's saying that no matter what their agreement was, God would have pushed it into his favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems like, fuck your dad. Your dad sucks.
Yeah. And of course, these girls at this point in time, I mean, he's been working with them for 14 years.
Yeah, and they didn't they birth a lot of children?
And they
Was that these?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
birthed a lot of children.
Lots of them.
So, I mean, he kind of missed his opportunity when they were younger to be like, yeah, go tell him, screw you, Dad, we're heading out of here. It's pretty late. Okay. Thus God hath taken away the cattle of your father and given them to me. And it came to pass at the time that the cattle conceived that I lifted up mine eyes.
So hold on. Let me get this straight. So he basically tricks Laban out of all this stuff, and he's like, it wasn't me, it was God.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to substitute out your problems with the scapegoat right there.
Well, it's kind of what the church does, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, but it also still says, God's the greatest thing ever and a great scapegoat.
Yeah.
See, look at that. He could do it all. Gotta have an infomercial for that now.
Blame God.
You know, we could make
Oh,
that.
what's up, Pyst?
Oh, no, I was just laughing.
Oh,
Yeah, because we're funny, Chris.
damn.
we could make that commercial.
We could make a Blame God infomercial.
Yeah.
It would be
That'd be
We
great.
could make a Blame God song.
Well, you
You know-
guys
you know-
do like to make songs.
You know that Family Guy song where it's don't thank the Lord, you thank the whites? We could pretty much do something like that, except about how we blame God.
Wow. Don't thank
Is
the
it
Lord,
as good
thank
as the
whites.
Thanks Obama joke?
Yeah, don't you?
That's from that's Seth MacFarlane. Yeah, he made that.
Yeah, Family Guy's thing. He was
I'm not sure if it was Family Guy
no,
or
that's
just
the song.
It is in
The,
Family Guy.
the song "Thank the Whites."
Yeah.
It's when Peter is so Chris is dating the son, or sorry, no, Chris is dating the daughter of Jerome, the guy that owns the bar now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
He's trying to prove to Jerome that
Jerome
is racist,
doesn't
right?
like whites.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He tries to prove to Jerome that white people are okay.
Yeah.
So that, out of context, that song is ridiculous. But either way, I feel like God's being used as a scapegoat. We should probably move it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just put like a pin and blame God, the song.
Yes.
Blame God.
The musical.
The musical.
We'll look back
a
upon that.
2-hour musical
Oh,
extravaganza.
jeez.
Okay. And it came to pass at the time that the cattle conceived that I lifted up mine eyes and saw in a dream, and behold, the rams which leaped upon the cattle were ring-streaked, speckled, and grizzled. And the angel of God spake unto me in a dream, saying, Jacob. And I said, Here am I. And he said, oh, God. Lift up now thine eyes, and see, all the rams which leap upon the cattle are ring-streaked, speckled, and grizzled, for I have seen all that Laban doeth unto thee. I am the God of Bethel, where thou anointest the pillar, and where thou vowest the vow unto me.
Hold on. Now, is this the same angel that was in Jacob's dream, or is it a retelling of the story?
This dream angel and his reappearance.
It's just the reappearance of the dream angel?
Yeah, and he states, I'm that angel.
He
Right.
does.
Yeah. Okay. Now arise, get thee out from this land, and return unto the land of thy kindred.
Okay.
Nativity is what
Like,
I
he
have.
just heard that from God, didn't he?
From
Yeah, he just heard that from...
the angel of God.
No. I mean,
spoke.
God told him to go back,
Yes.
return to the land of your fathers and to your kindred, and I'll be with you. And now this guy is saying, now arise, go out from this land and return to the land of your kindred. So he's just repeating the thing he already knows.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he'll get it this time.
I think it's
He's just not
interesting.
listening.
I think it's interesting that angels
God's gotta
are
rub it
almost
in.
exclusively used to serve as messengers.
Yeah.
Like, that's their only function. People make a big deal out of angels, like,
Yeah.
in popular fiction.
Harps and shit.
Yeah, and even, like, occultists, like, the whole Enochian system of magic is supposedly based off of communication with angels, and John Dee and Arthur Kelly. And they're just messengers. They just show up and say something on behalf of God.
Yes.
Not even something that they thought up, really.
Yeah, God's busy even though he has infinite time, and so he made and sent me to tell you this.
Yeah.
No, it's God's email.
Yeah,
Yeah.
God's voicemail response or
Oh
something.
man,
yeah.
could you imagine God getting prayers as text messages?
Oh, man.
Right?
Oh my God.
It would be impossible to keep up
It was
with.
covered by Bruce Almighty.
Yes, Bruce Almighty. I was just thinking of him in the coffee trying to answer all those emails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's all like, "Ha,
No.
I'm God. I got this.
Yeah, nope, he didn't have it.
He just answered them all yes.
Yes,
And
Yes.
the
not the
world's in
correct
disarray.
answer.
Oh no. Okay. And Rachel and Leah answered and said unto him, Is there yet any portion or inheritance for us in our father's house? Are we not counted of him strangers? For he hath sold us, and he hath quite devoured also our money. And for all the riches which God hath taken from our father, that is ours and our children's. Now then, whatsoever God hath said unto thee, do. Then Jacob rose up and set his sons and his wives upon... So they're just like, yeah, our dad's broke now, so we're going to ditch him. Like, that's pretty slimy.
No. It says that, didn't you read off that, our dad sold us?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so the way I'm seeing it is like, okay, do we get anything out of this? I mean, our dad was this fucking asshole who sold us and took all of our shit. Do we get any of this?
Yeah, I mean, they're thinking about their kids too.
Right,
They're
yeah.
like, we could have kids.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's make
They
sure
had
we have
kids.
enough for them.
Yeah.
Oh, they had them. Those
Yeah,
poor, those
in
poor guys.
in the previous...
I know, it was just how many kids they had.
So many.
So many kids.
So many. 9?
Man.
How many
A
kids?
lot. I
A
lost.
lot.
I
A
didn't
whole
even count.
bunch.
Jeez.
Yeah. Like a handful.
Handful.
Then Jacob
That's so
rose up
approximate.
and set his sons and his wives upon camels, and he carried away all his cattle, and all his goods which he had gotten, the cattle of his getting, which he had gotten in Padanaram, for to go to Isaac his father in the land of Canaan. And Laban went to shear his sheep, and Rachel had stolen the images that were her father's.
Wait, what? And Rachel stole her father's household. What? Laban had gone to shear his sheep, and Rachel stole her father's household gods.
This one
Oh,
says
his
stole the triumph, or what is that?
Can you not read the word triumph?
teraphim.
It's not triumph.
Oh, okay. Why'd you say triumph then?
That was my best guess. Just by quick looking at it. It's teraphim.
I'm gonna deduce
Roman
that
influence.
Roman influence.
Hold on.
earthly
Hold on.
angels
Hold on.
Like, so I think they're
How do you
saying
spell it?
It's Terra.
T-E-R-A
Yeah.
P-H-I-M.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing that this is referring to her idols, her father's idols.
That's what I'm guessing too.
Yeah.
Oh, teraphim. A cult object or objects mentioned 15 times in the Bible,
Okay.
generally translated household gods. The,
So
word, the
she's-
word can either be... the word can
Okay,
either...
it's singular, plural.
Yep.
Uh,
A plausible etymology from the Hittite something, tarpis, which means some sort of benevolent or malevolent spirit, perhaps analogous to the penates of Roman religion.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be a callback to the local gods.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, would that be of value? Could she have just sold that? Would that be worth stealing?
Well, presumably not. It's a household, like, if you
What if
were
it was
to
like a
carve-
golden
It's
idol?
a cult object.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it could be made of something worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael D. Coogan, the person that wrote this entry.
Excellent.
He will never ever watch this.
Yeah, probably not.
In fact, there might be a chance that person is dead. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
It tends to be that the elderly work on these things,
Yeah.
and then they don't.
And then they die.
Then they die because they were old.
God punished them
Yes.
for writing.
For writing.
Yeah. So he fled with all that he had, and he rose up and passed over the river and set his face toward the Mount Gilead. Gilead. Wow, that's interesting. They used that as the location for the Dark Tower series.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Roland Deschain, his last gunslinger, and he came from Gilead.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
that
Yeah.
wow, that makes so much sense.
Was
now.
that's 3121 you're reading, right?
3123.
3121 is where I'm at.
3121 through 3123
That
is
is
what I
what you
just read.
is.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying the mountain of Gilead's on 21. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, end of 21.
Yeah.
And it's at the end of 23. It's the country.
Oh,
The country of Gilead is the end of.
this one says Mountain of Gilead again at the end of 23.
Hill
No,
country.
both of mine say country of Gilead.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, country and mountain. Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, and God came to Laban.
Yeah, what
the Syrian.
versions?
What's up?
I'm sorry. What versions are you guys reading?
I'm reading the King James Version. He's reading the English
English
Standard
Standard.
Version, and he's reading the Holy Scriptures according to Masoretic text, a new translation with the aid of previous versions and with consultation of Jewish authorities.
Yes.
I've got the revised.
All right.
Oh, you've got revised. Okay.
So
Which sucks.
Yeah.
we've got so many Bibles.
We do.
Holy shit. And God came to Laban the Syrian in a dream by night, and said unto him, Take heed that thou speak not to Jacob either good or bad. Then Laban overtook Jacob. Now Jacob had pitched his tent in the mount, and Laban with his brethren pitched in the mount of Gilead. And Laban said to Jacob, What hast thou done, that thou hast stolen away unawares to me, and carried away my daughters as captives taken with the sword? Wherefore didst thou flee away secretly, and steal away from me, and didst not tell me, that I might have sent thee away with mirth, and with songs, and tabret, and with harp? And hast not suffered me to kiss my sons and my daughters? Thou hast now done foolishly in so doing.
Wow. Mine just says, "Now hast thou done foolishly."
Yeah,
It
I
just
have
ends
now
there.
you have done foolishly.
Now you have done foolishly.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like you done goofed.
You done goofed.
Yeah.
Where's the pigeon?
up.
So Laban's pissed off because he finally realized that he was tricked, and so he tracked him down. Is that what happened here?
Yeah, he tracked him down.
Okay.
He says, it is in the power of my hand do you hurt. But the God of your father spake unto me yesternight, saying, Take thou heed that thou speak not to Jacob either good or bad. And now, though thou wouldst needs be gone, because thou sore longest after thy father's house, yet wherefore hast thou stolen my gods? So he's just pissed that he stole his gods.
Yeah.
And Jacob answered and said to Laban, Because I was afraid, for I said, Peradventure thou wouldst take by force thy daughters from me. With whomsoever thou findest thy gods, let him not live. Before our brethren discern thou what is thine with me, and take it to thee. For Jacob knew not that Rachel had stolen them. And Laban went into Jacob's tent, and into Leah's tent, and into the two maidservants' tents, and he found them not. Then he went out of Leah's tent and entered into Rachel's tent. Now Rachel had taken the images and put them in the camel's furniture and sat upon them. And Laban searched all the tent and found them not. And she said to her father, Let it not displease my lord that I cannot rise up before thee, for the custom of woman is upon me. And he searched but found not the images. She's just said, I don't want to get up and walk around because I'm on the rag, basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a great excuse. Wow, it reminds me of the swimming unit back in high school.
Oh, yeah, most girls just said they were on their period for the whole thing.
Oh, is that what
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah.
I just decided not to go to class.
I just said I'm not doing it, and then you can't make me, and they couldn't.
Of course they couldn't. They can't make you.
They can't make me, so I didn't.
Yeah, me neither.
Gym class was mostly that. A series of them getting mad that I didn't do anything, and then me not actually doing anything.
Wow, that explains a lot.
Hey, I love badminton, and I like running around in circles, okay?
Wow.
I mean, those are fine. I'll do those things.
You're a regular Michael Jordan.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, regular Michael Jackson.
What?
Yeah, regular Andrew Jackson.
No. Well, he was a good president. He was great.
Was he a good president, Chris?
No. No. It's the worst.
I'm glad.
Okay.
Would you say he's the worst? He's pretty bad, but we've had some very bad presidents in our history.
Okay, look, it's
We
all
had
relative,
Nixon.
man.
I think Jackson was worse than Nixon.
Probably. He killed a lot of people.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but Truman dropped the bombs on Japan.
Truman did drop the bombs.
He was pushed into that. He was a pushover.
He
I mean,
didn't
that was a
even-
bad thing, having a pushover president. I'll agree.
Uh,
That's probably bad. But we're not here to discuss our political views on the United States past presidents, are we?
That's true.
No,
I mean,
we're
as
talking
exciting
about
as
the
it
Bible
is.
today. Two completely unrelated things.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, everyone knows this country's always been secular.
Yes.
Always.
Every time it could be.
There was never a Judeo-Christian or Muslim politician in the history of the United States.
Nor has there been any religious agenda pushed.
Yeah,
How fortunate we have been.
No person in our government has ever wanted to push a religious agenda. That has never happened.
Ted Cruz is
God,
the Zodiac
we'd have to be
killer.
deleted.
God
Ted
willing,
Cruz is
no.
the Zodiac.
Okay.
What was that?
I said, God willing, it never will.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. God willing, it never will. That would be great.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Okay,
Where
so
were we?
she's like, I'm
yeah,
on the rag.
So he searched but did not find the household gods.
Yeah.
And
or the
Jacob
images or
was
the
wroth
whatever.
and chode with Laban, and Jacob answered and said to Laban, What is my trespass? What is my sin, that thou hast so hotly pursued after me? Where hast thou searched all my stuff? What hast thou found of all thy household stuff? Set it here before my brethren and thy brethren, that they may judge betwixt us both. This 20 years have I been with thee. Thy ewes and thy she-goats have not cast their young, and the rams of thy flock have I not eaten. That which was torn of beasts I brought not unto thee. I bear the loss of it. Of my hand didst thou require it, whether stolen by day or stolen by night. Thus I was, in the day the drought consumed me, and the frost by night, and my sleep departed from mine eyes. Thus have I been for 20 years in thine house. I served thee 14 years for thy 2 daughters, and 6 years for thy cattle, and thou hast changed my wages 10 times. Except the God of my father, the God of Abraham, and the fear of Isaac had been with me, surely thou hadst sent me away now emptily. God hath seen mine affliction and the labor of my hands, and rebuked thee yesternight. And Laban answered and said unto Jacob, These daughters are my daughters, and these children are my children, and these cattle are my cattle, and all that thou seest is mine. And what can I do this day unto thee, my daughters, or unto the children which they have borne? Now therefore come thou, let us make a covenant, I and thou, and let it be for a witness between me and thee. And Jacob took a stone and set it up for a pillar, and Jacob said unto his brethren,
I thought God hated pillars.
That's later.
it's later.
Just
Yeah.
You would assume that he hates them now, but the
Yeah.
reader wouldn't know that.
No, the reader wouldn't realize that later on when you read that and you went, hey, clearly he puts a pillar up
No,
for God.
no, if
and
the
God,
reader-
later he says he
Look,
hates
The reader is reading this.
Yeah.
They get to hear and they see nothing wrong because they don't know God doesn't hate. or
Okay,
God
they
hates
don't have
pillars.
any ability to analyze things in retrospect.
In retrospect, sure, but when they get to the I hate pillars part, that's
Well, I
when they
mean,
can think about this.
I'm thinking about it now.
Well, the reason that they start hitting pillars later is because of Roman influence and Roman architecture.
Okay.
Greek.
Well, you have to think of the personal gods and the household gods too. They weren't all shitty about those either.
No.
I guess not.
Yeah, it was usually perfectly fine to have like a bunch of.
Didn't Abraham go up to the mountain yet and get those tablets and stuff, right?
It's not Abraham.
Oh my
That's
God.
Moses. I
Jesus
get Moses
Christ.
and Abraham mixed up every time, remember? I just do. Okay, so Moses hasn't been around yet to,
No, not
to
yet.
set
That's
that
not
precedent.
Until the next book.
Right,
Not yet. Not in the-
so they don't set that precedent, and so all this stuff's just A-okay until then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have a very small
Barely.
list of commandments that come from Genesis, right?
we don't have any commandments that come from.
Well, we have specific commandments that God makes for like Noah and
Covenants.
for Abraham, but he doesn't like lay down a moral law at all.
Yeah, it's not the law. The law
The
is
story conveys some loose things about how to be an okay person.
right, but it's not like the law like in fucking
Sometimes.
Leviticus.
Sometimes an okay person.
Look, obviously you're supposed to be just like Laban in this story.
Which is to get your sheep back and your kids back.
Yeah, go rescue your sheep and your kids and all your stuff from that bandit who just took it.
Jacob?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
took it,
Yeah.
except he worked for you to get it all.
You did slave
And-
labor.
Yeah,
He did.
yeah.
He worked for a long time.
14 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
20 years. He worked another 6 years for all the cattle.
That's right.
That's right.
And then this guy's like, "You tricked
just
me."
like how
It's like, no,
Jacob
you knew you were selling this. You knew you were selling your daughters.
What's that?
I was gonna say I just like how Jacob goes. What did I do? What?
yeah.
What?
What did I do wrong?
It's
Come
a
on.
very Jerry Seinfeld moment.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There have been a lot of Jerry Seinfeld moments
You know,
recently.
the
Could
Jewish
just
humor
add in that
goes
music
back a
from
long
Seinfeld
way.
every once in a while. Gotta get that on a button. That would be fun.
All right, so they're making a covenant.
Another one.
And Jacob said unto his brethren, Gather stones, and they took stones and made a heap, and they did eat thereupon the heap. And Laban called it Jagar Sahadutha.
Obviously. Hold on, I got a thing here. Let's see. Aramaic, the heap of witness. That's what that means.
Of course.
Of
Yes.
course.
How could we forget the heap of witness?
Why wouldn't they just translate it into the
The heap of witness? I don't fucking know.
Sounds like a magic spell.
I've got the translation.
What's up?
No, it just says this is the heap of witness between you and me today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We got you know what's interesting here is right next to this it says that I can't find the apparently the next name that they use was Hebrew for the heap of witness.
Yeah, I have that too. Mine
Yeah.
says one of them says Aramaic and the other says
Yes.
the heap of witness in Hebrew.
Yes, I have the same thing. All right.
I'm
let's-
wondering
Yeah.
why they use two different translations.
maybe for two different oral traditions.
Well, maybe because Laban spoke Aramaic,
And the other guy spoke Hebrew?
I don't know.
Okay.
No idea.
I'd buy that for a
Maybe
dollar.
it's supposed to be symbolic, like the U.S. using
Separate
some
but
North
equal.
Korean slangs and North Korea using some U.S. English
Separate
slangs.
Well, I
but
don't
equal.
know, guys. What's the difference between magic missile and missile of force? I mean, that's just the
Shut
same-
up, Chris.
It's the
Let's
same
go on.
thing with like different words.
Let's keep
Yeah.
going.
All right. And
Hello, chat. How's
Hello,
everyone?
chat.
How's everyone in our chat doing? We got
a first.
one person. What is that? Captain Griffin?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Howdy, Cap.
Yeah.
You've been first for a while, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Undisputed. Oh,
Oh, there
third.
we go.
Well, that's out of nowhere.
If you're watching the stream right now, guys, drop a like. We would really appreciate that. It helps us out a whole shit ton.
Yep.
Yeah.
We managed to get up to like 11 or so live last time, which was pretty good. And if you guys also spread the feed, tell people this is on now, and it will be
Yep.
for like probably another 30 minutes or so. You know, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That would be great.
All right. So blah 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 blah. This heap be witness. And mitzvah, for he said, the Lord watch between me and thee when we are absent one from another. If thou shalt afflict my daughters, or if thou shalt take other wives besides my daughters, no man is with us. See, God is witness betwixt me and thee. And Laban said to Jacob, behold this heap, and behold this pillar which I have cast betwixt me and thee. This heap be witness, and this pillar be witness, that I will not pass over this heap to thee, and thou shalt not pass over this heap and this pillar unto me for harm. The God of Abraham...
So he's just building a monument.
Yeah.
They just got like some rocks to pay attention to what they're doing so they don't hurt each other.
They
I
built a
don't
wall.
get it. They built a
They
wall.
built a wall.
I think they built a wall.
Basically.
Okay.
It's just a border.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't come over on my side and hurt
Do
me.
you think Jacob made Laban pay for it?
Laban didn't have anything.
I know.
Yeah,
He was broke.
he was one step ahead. He already took all the resources.
Make
Right.
Jacob great again.
Yeah.
Make Jacob great again.
Yeah, make Israel. Oh no. The God of Abraham and the God of Nahor, the God of their father, judge betwixt us. And Jacob sware by the fear of his father Isaac. Then Jacob offered sacrifice upon the mount and called his brethren to eat bread. And they did eat bread and tarried all night in the mount. And early in the morning Laban rose up and kissed his sons and his daughters and blessed them. And Laban departed and returned to his place.
Weirdly enough, that starts for 32 for me. It
Really?
ends on, and they tarried all night in the mountain.
That's interesting. Now, something I noticed. Ruben, what is 3150 for you?
3150. If thou shalt afflict my daughters, or if thou shalt take other wives besides my daughters, no man is with us. See, God is witness between me and thee.
Okay.
He's saying, essentially,
I thought that was
don't
like-
abuse my daughters
Right.
and don't take other wives.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got you. I just thought you had for some reason I totally missed that while you were reading it. So I was wondering if that was something that got skipped over.
Well, who wants to read the next one?
I
You?
can do this one.
Oh, yeah, you do 32.
I'll do 32.
Let me check something. Oh,
I'm
man,
doing
I want to
32.
do 33. No
All right,
worries.
I'm doing 32.
That's fine. I got it.
All right.
I'll get the last one.
Hold on. Where does 33 start for you?
Mine starts in and in the early morning, but his starts at and Jacob, I think. Yes.
Yeah, mine starts in Jacob. Okay.
Okay.
Just to make sure this isn't one of those weird chapter things.
So
'Cause
mine's going to be
I
one,
want the thing in this
one
chapter.
verse off, perhaps forever, from now on.
Perhaps forever.
Yeah, it might be one
Lazy
verse off.
transcribers.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
This could be the
Maybe
divergence.
till the end of the book.
I wonder because sometimes it feels like some of these have way more in them than others. So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
obviously this one has more stuff in it because it's a family Bible. It's not just the Bible.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this one doesn't have that much stuff other than the Bible in it, and
It's the Old
it-
Testament alone.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay.
I was just
If
wondering.
you want, I can get you a pretty little New Testament for that.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm just wondering if it will ever get back on course after this because it's now one off.
We'll see.
Yes. All right. Go ahead
Okay.
there.
I'm sure by the end of the book it will. By the end of Genesis.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah. All right. Jacob went on his way, and the angels of God met him. And when Jacob saw them, he said, "This is God's camp." So he called the name of that place
Yep.
Mahanaim?
Mahanaim.
Mahanaim, okay. Meaning 2 camps. Wow.
I'm so happy it has that in there.
Yeah. And Jacob sent messengers. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Mine doesn't.
No, yours is just there.
Okay.
Doesn't have helpful things.
And Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau, his brother in the land of Seir, whatever, fuck off. The country of Edom.
It says the fields of Edom here, kind of like the mountains.
Yeah.
And I think they just refer to places as countries.
He instructed them, Chris, he instructed them.
Mm-hmm.
Thus you shall say to my lord Esau, thus says your servant Jacob, I have sojourned with Laban and stayed until now. I have oxen, donkeys, flocks, male servants, and female servants. I have sent to tell my lord in order that I may find favor in your sight. So,
He's being a nice guy.
He's just sending a message ahead saying, I'm going to be here soon, please don't kill me.
and the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, we came to your brother Esau, and he is coming to meet you, and there are 400 men with him.
Duh!
Okay. He didn't say that, but all right.
Dude.
Yeah, they're just like, you got this sea of guys here with you. Are you going to mention that? There's no sea of guys here. Yes. Then Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed.
He would be.
Yeah, right. He divided the people who were with him and the flocks and herds and camels into 2 camps, thinking, if Esau comes to the one camp and attacks it, then the camp that is left will escape. That's the best strategy.
He also named it 2 camps.
Right.
My version has this broken down in military terms.
Is it?
What?
Oh, let's hear it.
Yeah, it's not 2 camps, it's 2 armies.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Does it give
So,
you a
yeah.
little, like, a translation of Mahanaim at the bottom?
I believe that is wait, damn it, where'd it go? Yeah, Mahan, whatever. Here taken to mean 2 armies.
Okay, so it's pretty much saying the same thing then.
So when they're referring to
Exactly.
camps, maybe the strict term would be like a military camp.
Yeah.
Precisely. And then he's got another military force coming to say hi.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what's really weird is that this was the best strategy you could think of.
Yeah, like, I have a better strategy. What if I split it up into, and hear me out on this one, 3 camps, huh?
3.
See,
That is-
this way,
that's
if one of my
crazy.
camps gets destroyed, I'll still keep 2/3 of my stuff. Look, I outsmarted this guy already.
We'll have 4 camps.
Damn it, he's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, at some point it's unmanageable, but okay.
Yeah.
Everybody scatter. It's the best strategy.
Guerrilla warfare.
Like that scene in Ratatouille
Yes.
where the humans walk into the room and
Yes, exactly like that.
And Jacob said, "O God, my father Abraham, and God of my father Abraham, and God of my father Isaac, O Lord, who said to me, return to your country and to your kindred, that I may do you good. I am not worthy of the least of all the deeds of steadfast love and all the faithfulness that you have shown to your servant. For with only my staff I crossed this Jordan, and now I have become 2 camps. Please deliver me from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him." You know what's really weird? If anything, Esau should be fearing Jacob because Jacob kept fucking screwing Esau.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But didn't I think they both are like afraid of each other because they dick each other over. Right?
Well, boys will be boys.
Yeah.
Pissing contest.
It's a pissing contest, right?
Yeah.
Right. I never had a brother or anything, but I've heard that they get competitive.
God, you would be the worst brother ever.
Yeah, I'm not very competitive.
And also, you're just a shit person.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's
You called it.
For I fear him, that he may come and attack me, the mothers with the children. But you said, I will surely do you good, and make your offspring as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude.
Isn't that another one of those promises?
So many you can't count.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he stayed there that night, and from what he had with him, he took a present for his brother Esau, 200 female goats and 20 male goats, 200
Ewes.
Ewees?
Ewes.
Ewes? Is it really?
It's ewes. Yeah.
It's a stupid fucking name.
Ewees? Lawrence.
Stupid fucking name for an animal.
Lawrence, you're bad. You're telling me I can't read this,
You
and you
can't.
can't even. Well, I know it's hard to read. It's all hard to read.
And 20 rams, 30 milking camels and their calves, 40 cows and 10 bulls. This is 20 female donkeys and 10 male donkeys. So this is a lot like.
I like their phrasing in mine
what's
better.
What's that Christmas?
She-asses.
Yep, she-asses is what we
Yeah.
have.
20 she-asses.
Yep.
What's that Christmas song? The
Why would I know a Christmas?
12 turtle doves or something like that.
Oh, the
12 Golden Rings?
Oh, 12 Days of Christmas.
12 Days
12
of
Days
Christmas.
There you go. Thank you. Sorry, holidays are not my thing.
Yeah,
but yeah, this is a lot like that.
This is the 12 Days of Christmas as different animals he's giving away.
Yeah. What a terrible version. That didn't rhyme at all.
None of
20
these.
she-asses and 10 foals.
That just sounds sad. It doesn't even like come off as a song or joyful.
No, it's just
No.
It's the list.
Nope.
It's weird because you were meant to
So
chant this.
the 12 days of Christmas, but instead my grocery list. Boy, is that exciting.
These he handed over to his servants, every drove by itself, and said to his servants, "Pass on ahead of me, and put a space between drove and drove." He instructed the first, "When Esau my brother meets you and asks you, 'To whom do you belong?'" Just assuming everybody is owned by somebody else. "To whom do you belong? Where are you going? And whose are these ahead of you? Then you shall say, 'They belong to your servant Jacob, and they are a present sent to my lord Esau. And moreover, he is behind us.' He likewise instructed the second and third, and all who followed the droves. You shall say the same thing to Esau when you find him, and you shall say, 'Moreover, your servant Jacob is behind us.' For he thought, 'I may appease him with the present that goes ahead of me, and afterward I shall see his face. Perhaps he will accept me.'"
Peradventure.
What?
Peradventure.
Peradventure, which is our phrasing. It's our
Oh,
favorite.
you guys have peradventure? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start saying that.
Peradventure does sound like a great phrase
Instead
to
of
just
maybe.
bring back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of maybe, we'll do peradventure now.
It does sound a lot classier.
It's a piratey thing, even.
Yeah, it's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. So the present passed on ahead of him, and he himself stayed that night in the camp. So, when was he decidedly Esau's servant? Or is that just a way to, like, be on his good side?
Well, you remember
Say, "I am your humble servant."
that Jacob ran away because he was.
I think he
afraid.
was just shitting himself with the 400 people coming out to get him.
Yeah.
Mm.
Initially, he thought that Esau was just gonna kill him,
Right.
so he left. And now he's being all humble.
All humble and shit.
It's a bit more than humble. It's like
He's like, "Please don't kill me.
pleading.
Please don't
Yeah,
kill me."
here's a bunch of shit you might want. Don't kill me.
Yeah.
The same night he arose and took his 2 wives, his 2 female servants, and his 11 children.
It was not 10. It was 11. Damn.
And his 11 children, and crossed the ford of the Jabbok. He took them and sent them across the stream and everything else that he had. And Jacob was left alone. And a man wrestled with him until the breaking of the day. So that's just out of nowhere. There's just this dude fighting him. They don't say where he comes from.
No, and
we might
Jacob
get
was
to
left
that.
alone.
Yeah.
Somehow he got left alone. But there's a
He
man.
sent- he
Hold
sent
on, he's
everything
alone.
away.
But there's a man, and he's
He's just
wrestling with him all day.
All right. Okay.
All
let's
day.
let's
All
keep
day.
listening here.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. When the man saw that he did not prevail against Jacob, he touched his hip socket, and Jacob's hip was put out of joint as he wrestled with it. Damn. Okay, that's like some kung fu
Just
shit.
touched it. He
Yeah.
touched his hip
He
socket,
just touched him in the hip.
and,
Yeah.
his hip's dislocated.
Oh my god.
That would suck.
That's awful. Holy
And
shit.
thou dost say, "What's all?"
Yeah.
Yeah, we have ninjutsu masters right here, guys.
Seriously.
Canonical.
Then he said, and it's canonical. Then he said, "Let me go, for the day has broken." But Jacob said, "I will not let you go unless you bless me."
That's weird. You know, blessings are weird in this.
Where I'm so confused because at this point they have not explained who this guy is.
He was
what
alone.
He's doing wrestling
He was alone.
This guy.
He's wrestling with his thoughts. This is all in his head. He's just in the fetal position, panicking. That's actually what's happening.
Okay, let's keep reading. Unless you bless me. And he said to him, "What is your name?" And he said, "Jacob." Then he said, "Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel, for you have striven with God and with men, and have prevailed."
So he wrestled God. I guess that is what's happening behind us.
Here it
that
says, "For as a prince hast thou power with God and with men, and hast prevailed."
Okay, well let's keep reading here.
He kicked
Then-
God's ass.
Wait, what'd you say?
I think, yeah, he kicked God's ass.
Yeah, he was just not backing down.
No, he
Yeah.
wrestled this angel into submission for like a whole day.
Even when he had a broken leg.
Hip.
Yeah.
He dislocated his hip. Right?
No, I think the angel.
The angel dislocated Jacob's hip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
And
he kept going.
Jacob still,
He
he
still
didn't
gets him in
back down at all.
submission.
yeah,
Yeah.
For a whole day.
yeah. So Jacob. Wait, no, I totally skipped a part. Then Jacob asked him, "Please tell me your name." But he said, "Why is it that you ask my name?" "Bitch, you just asked me mine." And there he blessed him. So he didn't say the name, he just blessed him. So Jacob called the name of the place Peniel?
Peniel.
Okay, let's see.
The face of God, it says.
Yep, the face of God, saying, "For I have seen God face to face, and yet my life has been delivered." The sun rose upon him as he passed. This is a different spelling. Penuel? Penuel?
Penuel.
Penuel.
And
So that was Peniel. and
Yeah.
This is Penuel.
yeah,
Interesting.
and it doesn't make any stipulation
not.
that it's any different, other than it just says Hebrew Peniel here on mine. So Peniel is the Hebrew version of Penuel.
Okay.
So they give you multiple
Both.
ways to say the same thing.
Yes.
A lot of times.
Presumably
Pretty much
because
all the
you're
time.
because you're in the desert, you're gonna run into people who don't speak your language, so
Yeah.
you need multiple names for the locations that you're trying
Yeah.
to get to.
It's very good for putting cultures kind of closer together. You know, having some sort of dictionary.
Kind of, yeah. At least
Just
it-
for the
it-
important stuff.
I think it preserves both
like
translations.
place names
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
limping
because of his hip. Therefore, to this day, the people of Israel do not eat the sinew
Sinew.
Can you?
of the thigh that is on the hip socket, because he touched the socket of Jacob's hip on the sinew of the thigh. Okay,
Oh, that's because
so that's why we don't eat people. Or sorry, that's why we don't eat that part of people. Is
Got it.
because God touched it.
Yes.
We can eat the rest of the person, just not that
Apparently,
part.
Yeah.
And I think they are referring to any animal.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
We don't eat that.
Well, by that
part.
logic, we shouldn't eat ribs either.
Yeah.
Kinda.
What?
So, I think.
And Jacob lifted his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau came, and with him 400 men. And he divided the children unto Leah, and unto Rachel, and unto 2 handmaids. And he put the handmaids and their children foremost, and Leah and her children after. So he put them in the order of significance to him.
He just split them all up. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Rachel and is it Joseph? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hindermost, and he himself passed over before them, and bowed himself to the ground 7 times until he came near to his brother. So as Esau is approaching, Jacob's just bowing a bunch. And Esau ran to meet him and embraced him, and fell on his neck and kissed him, and they wept. Oh, okay. This is just weird. And he lifted up his eyes and saw the woman and the children, and said, Who are these with thee? And he said, The children whom God hath graciously given thy servant. Then the handmaids came near, they and their children, and they bowed down, and they cried. Great. And Leah, and Leah also, and her children came near and bowed down, and after came Joseph near, and Rachel, and they bowed down and cried. And he said,
Mine.
I'm adding the cried on the
Oh,
last
you're
part.
adding it? Okay.
Because I like that.
You
It's-
like it when women
it's just,
cry?
No, it's just
Yeah, when women
everything
and
about
children
this
are
is.
Oh my God,
This
Chris,
is just awkward already.
you piece of shit.
This was already awkward, and I don't know why everyone's just doing what they're doing, because I guess they're the servant of this guy now.
He just kind of went in.
Because Jacob's like, okay, you all serve me, but I'm going to serve him now. Okay, thanks. I don't want to die.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. But they're all bawling. That would be hilarious. And he said, What meanest thou by all this camp which I met? And he said, To find favor in the sight of my Lord. And Esau said, I have enough, my brother. Let that which thou hast be thine. And Jacob said, Nay, I pray thee, if now I have found favor in thy sight, then receive my present and my hand, for as much as I have seen thy face, as one seeth the face of God, and thou wouldst please with me. Thou waste, what is this, west, right? Thou wast pleased with me?
Thou wast.
Thou wast.
So, was.
Was pleased with me. Okay.
It's instead of were.
Got it. I just haven't seen that.
So let me just
Yeah.
break down the story here. So Jacob opens his eyes and he sees that Esau's coming, and
Yeah.
he splits up his entire family.
Yeah,
And
and-
everyone is apparently crying.
There are 400 men
Yeah.
about to raid their encampment.
Yeah. And then Esau gets there, and he's like, "Keep your shit."
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, "No."
It's like, yo, we're bros. I know we had some sibling rivalry going on, but hey,
Yeah, like
man.
I took your fucking birthright.
Right.
Yeah.
I take, I
And your
pray
blessing.
thee.
And your blessing.
Right. I take, I pray thee, my gift that has brought to thee, because God hath dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough. And he urged him, and he took it. Okay, so
I don't remember God urging him anywhere.
no, but Jacob
It says
urged
it there.
Esau to take it.
Yeah.
And then God agreed,
okay.
I guess.
Okay.
No, he's just saying
Oh,
that because God delivered these things to me, I have enough, so take it.
yeah. And he said, let us take our journey and let us go. And it's so badly phrased. And I will go before thee, And he said unto him, My Lord knoweth that the children are tender. Great. And the flocks and the herds
It just
giving
means that they're weak, they're frail.
giving suck.
Nothing too
Giving
weird.
suck are to care to me.
I'm sorry, what did you just
And
say?
the herds giving suck are to care to me.
They're nursing.
Got it. Got it.
Giving suck.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying the phrasing is so bad.
Well, that's how they talk.
Yes.
Back then.
Yes. And they suck. They suck at
Reuben,
talking.
Reuben, when was the last time you gave suck?
No.
I don't think I ever have.
No.
Moving on, gentlemen. Moving on.
Absolutely.
Well, Pyst, what about you? When was the last time you gave suck?
You're not
I don't know.
a herd.
Never called back.
Yeah,
Oh.
never called back. Aw. And if they overdrive them one day, all the flocks will die. Great.
Good.
What does that mean?
No, he's just saying that I'm gonna take the nursing animals because if the men work them too hard, they're gonna die.
Right. Okay. Let my Lord, I pray thee, pass over before his servant, and I will journey on gently according to the pace of the cattle that are before me and according to the pace of the children, until I come unto my Lord, unto Seir, yeah. So he's going to take him all the way back there with the, he'll go at the pace of the cattle and the kids.
Yeah.
And Esau said, Let me now leave with thee some of the folk that are with me. And he said, What needeth it? Okay. And let me find favor in the sight of my Lord. So Esau returned that day on his way unto Seir. And Jacob journeyed to Succoth. Okay. Sukkoth, and built him a house. That was fast. And made booths for his cattle. I'm assuming this took time and wasn't just he immediately did that.
No, it was fucking immediate.
Man, the
He's
tenses.
a fucking magician.
That's gotta be.
Therefore, the name of the place
Is called Sukkoth.
and that means
God.
booths.
What?
That means booths. Booths.
Booths.
Booths.
Yes, for the cattle.
Yeah.
Yep. So he made that many that the entire town was named after those booths. Nuts. And a house. All right. Let's see. Where were we? And Jacob came in peace to the city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan. What does yours say? The country of Canaan?
No, mine says the land.
Really? That's weird.
It's almost always the land.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
When it came from Padanaram, that's way better.
Padanaram, I think.
I like Padanaram.
Padanaram.
Come on, that's amazing.
It is amazing.
You can't even make this stuff up.
Welcome to Padamaram,
Yep.
everybody.
Yeah, it's amazing. I want to go there just for the name.
Oh,
And
great.
and encamped before the city, and he brought the parcel of the ground where he had stretched his tent, and the hand of the children of Hamor. Shechem's father for 100 pieces of money, and he
100 pieces of money.
yeah, that's what it says.
I know it says that.
And he erected there an altar and called it, oh God,
El Elohe
Israel. El Elohe Israel, and that is God,
the
the
God
of
of
Israel. Okay.
Wow, that's in your face about it.
Yes, it is. I mean, it's super explanatory.
Yeah. We're going to call the place
God,
comma,
the
God
of
of
Israel.
Israel.
Yes.
And then after the long walk, Frodo threw the ring into the lava of Mount Doom, and thus it was destroyed, and the evil Sauron's grip on Middle-earth was extinguished.
That's right.
Praise God.
Middle Earth God.
Comma, the God of Sauron.
Yeah.
Right.
Praise God, the God of Israel.
Israel, yes, that one. Not those other
Not
gods.
the other gods.
No.
No, not the gods that, as far as I know, Rachel still has in her camel
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. All right, so what did we learn today?
Rachel's a bitch.
Rachel's a bitch.
Yeah, Rachel's a bitch.
I'm not sure why.
It's just that way.
What we did learn, I think, was that Jacob got his name changed, but was still referred to Jacob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abram got to Abraham, and then everyone was like, yeah, he's Abraham now.
Yeah.
And we're all on board, and there isn't any questions or dissonance.
This is actually a piece of biblical scholarship that Old Testament scholarship that I do know. So in the Old Testament, there are a lot of stories that get rewritten. That's why there are 2 creation stories. He gets renamed again in 2 chapters. But this time it's directly from God.
So last time he just called himself that.
They just kind of
an angel that he wrestled with called him that.
they just kind of guessed it was God because looking context clues and then the later story.
I'm
But
serious though. He was alone, and then he's just
I
wrestling
know
a
it's just
guy.
I know.
It's
That's
just
already
ridiculous.
weird. I get it. And this is actually part of the reasons.
I mean, I'm a bad author, but there's no context or build
That's true, you are a
whatsoever
bad
to that.
author.
Whatsoever.
Well, it's
So.
kind of realistic.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you're walking around, find a nice place by a tree to sit down. All of a sudden, someone is walking up, and you're like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And then he punches you in the face and tries to take your stuff. I mean,
yeah.
bandits, you know.
Well,
All
that's
the time.
kind of you. I remember because I started reading one of the books that I finally have on Old Testament stuff, and this is actually a big reason we first figured out that Moses actually didn't write the first 5 books of the Bible, which was a commonly held belief. Like
Yeah.
that
Well,
was
they
the
are
scholar.
called the 5 books of Moses.
Exactly. That was the common, like scholarly consensus at the time, and people would like see things that are wrong with that view. How can be possible? Like how it talks about the death of Moses. Now, how could Moses possibly write about the death of Moses?
OP.
And yeah, really OP.
Well, you could have magic foresight.
He doesn't. So
He's
that's
a
not how
isn't he
history
a
is done.
necromancer already?
That's not how history is done. So, this is one of the reasons that people finally started looking at this. Aside from all of the issues in the language, it was the fact that stories were told twice, a lot, suggesting 2 different authors that later they had these 2. Like the editors had these 2 stories and they just put them together.
Yeah, I feel like they were just a little bit off-shifted. Like their phasing is just a little bit, but close. They must
Yeah.
have been really close, and
Right.
then they got enough of both to get 2 of them. Sometimes.
No, they just had both and then they sewed them together and called it a thing. So
Man,
and it happens throughout
zombie.
it happens throughout the Pentateuch.
Yeah.
So it's just really fascinating that, and not only that, but they found that there are some stories that have 3 different versions. There are some stories that even have 4.
That's nuts.
Suggesting that
And then the New Testament's just the same story told over and over
crazy
again.
shit in the New Testament. It just gets crazy. There's a lot of cool scholarship in there. But when it comes to the Old Testament, when people finally realized that there were duplicates or triplets and like quadruplets, that's actually what they're called. Like
yes,
there's
I'm
doublets
aware.
And, yeah,
And quintuplets, if you want to go
I
nuts.
know. So it's legitimately what they're referred to. That's when people were like, okay, maybe Moses didn't write this thing. And now the common scholarly consensus is, okay, Moses didn't even exist.
Yeah.
So
What a change.
yeah, exactly.
You know, I found out recently that the scientific community had a shift in mindset in recent times of major significance. It's in this early 70s that it started to shift for chaos theory because Newtonian physics just wasn't holding up all the way. and quantum mechanics fully embraced it. And
That happened when Einstein was doing his thing.
It
'Cause he
was-
realized
it
it,
was-
didn't hold up all the way.
he did.
So he added.
He did, but other people didn't
Oh.
embrace that wholeheartedly until the mid to early 70s.
Okay.
And that mind shift of get out of only Newtonian physics works for the mainstream scientific community, it took that long.
No, you know how long it took him.
I thought that was around for a long time. I had thought that
only
that was just known. but
Aristotelian physics.
no, forever.
Probably
We're
a
still
long
in it.
time.
We're still in it.
Over a 1,000 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess
Until
things.
Newton, basically, is how long it took them to get out of
You're right.
Aristotelian
And then
physics.
it took until a little after Einstein's theories to get more mainstream until Newtonian physics was fully like, hey, we can't use that for everything. There's exceptions and stuff.
Yeah. Like the thing is like
It's great. It's a great system. It just
it's good.
it just
but
doesn't work for the
really small and the really big.
well. It doesn't
Yeah,
work for
it's dependent
things.
on scale.
What's up?
It's completely dependent on scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works on our scale. Just fine.
No,
Yeah, absolutely.
The thing is,
Scale, as Hawkins said.
it's the fact that there are subtle differences in even repeated patterns. That is what causes all of that to occur.
Cause of what to occur.
The huge scale stuff becomes a problem because the really small problems add up, and there are a lot of really small problems. So there aren't that many really small problems here. It adds up to a pretty nice equilibrium, but at other scales it gets crazy, is what we're agreeing. I'm just rephrasing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, anything else for today?
Yeah, what's that last comment? I don't see.
This guy says that Rachel has her camel and wants to know what the Hebrew word for a beaver is.
For a beaver?
Yes.
I can't say it on air.
I don't know. Maybe it's in here. I doubt it.
Tipping the scale.
What's that next?
Talk about tipping the scale.
Tipping.
Well, you know, when you have a scale, it can generally support one side or the other.
Or both.
Or both. And if you put additional weight onto one of the two scales that are involved,
Well,
I don't even know the metaphor.
tips
I don't
the
even know.
scale.
Is this
Yes.
is this an idiom I don't know about?
I'm not sure where we're going with this, to be fair.
I'm guessing this is an idiom.
Perhaps.
yes, it is an idiom.
I don't get it.
Well,
Good.
I was just explaining it.
Well, okay, I
When
get
you
what
say
you're saying.
it is something you tip the scale in your favor, right?
Uh,
So if you were to cheat that, then you would add like a little weight on the bottom of the scale on the side of the person
Ruben,
you're
Ruben,
doing business with.
You're not going anywhere
so you're
with this.
tipping the scale in your favor. That's what it means. It means you're cheating someone out of it because you're not giving them an accurate view of
Lawrence
how much something's
has
worth.
a
There's value.
basic understanding of this.
No, he just said that he didn't understand the
I don't
idiom.
understand the idiom. Fuck you.
No.
It's not. I'm not saying I don't understand what the. Fuck you. I fucking hate you.
Okay. So Pyst, anything you want to wrap us up with here, since you're our guest for this this week?
Not really. I'm getting pretty drunk, so.
All right.
Nice. Oh, we should have been drunk.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Well,
should.
we're always impaired regardless. Don't let us not doing anything on here make you think we're not already extremely impaired.
It appears that you're pissed. Get it? Because it's
Yeah.
a euphemism for being drunk.
I
Get it?
actually
No,
didn't get it.
Lawrence.
I didn't get it. Wow.
No, it was
That's a triple fucking
me
pun.
being angry.
Oh yeah. Right. All right. So I think we'll call it for today.
All right.
Don't forget to check all of our other stuff out.
Yes.
Thanks for the people who came onto the forum and stuff. It's good to see that there is interaction on it. It's good to see people are looking over it. I got to add to it more and respond to some of that stuff, so I'll get on that.
Yeah.
But,
So yeah, if you guys haven't already, go on MilwaukeeAtheist.com. We got a forum there you can chat on, leave ideas, talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about.
Yeah. Do you have any scientific questions? Thank you for subscribing as well for all of you who have.
Thank you.
We are getting
Yes,
more
thank you
subscribers
very much.
as we go on. It seems pretty, like we got quite a bit more, about 100 more since last week or so.
No.
A little less than that?
I do have to say,
Less.
What's up?
I'm really enjoying the pirate stuff.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
I have asked.
Yeah, I'm never sure because I kind of only do that for me because I really like pirates. So I was like, fuck it, I'll make some
It's
videos
weird,
about
but it's
it.
awesome.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
all
I
right.
appreciate that. I spend a lot of time researching that stuff, so I'm glad it's not just going to the wayside. What else did we have to mention? Oh, right. So if you haven't dropped a like on the video, you should definitely do that. That really helps us out.
Direct.
Direct.
Memes. And if follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We do stuff and we do stuff. Follow us
Yeah.
on there. Sometimes we tweet something or share something amusing.
And I like to answer a lot of random questions about our universe, so drop some of those in comments on any of those things, and maybe I'll make something longer. I've been trying to think of something else to do.
Yeah, Chris hasn't been doing
I get
anything.
I get really demotivated, but
Oh.
welcome to being a normal human. So.
Yeah.
Normal human.
Well, I'm,
Yeah, right? Normal.
Yes.
Far
Go
from
back
it.
to Fermi Lab.
He's saying it as if he isn't a
Well,
reptilian.
I wish there were ways I could love a video too,
Yeah,
but
thank you.
there's only likes so far. So
And
thanks again
last
for
thing-
joining us. Oh, what's up?
Yep, last thing, for those of you that haven't, if you are so inclined, if you really do want to support this channel, please consider donating to our Patreon. We have some great rewards, and I should be sending out books soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have some great rewards. You can, if you donate 50 or more a month, you get to be a guest on this show once a month. Yeah, we got rewards. So if you
And,
like us, want to help us out, anything really helps.
Right.
You get access to behind the scenes footage, and I think we should be good then.
Yep.
right.
Thanks again for joining us, Pyst. It's great to have a good contributor. I'm
Yes.
glad. I hope you had fun, and we'll have you on next month
yeah.
as well if things keep up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. All right, dude. Well, then we're
say
off.
Say bye to the stream.
Bye,
See you guys.
stream.
Peace out.